All right, go for it.
Good morning. I am V, the Gorilla Economist. I'm joined by CJ. We're giving you the views, the news, and all the important information that is important to you. Please check us out on roguemoney.net. Follow us on Twitter at the Rogue Money and Rogue Money on Facebook, DTube, and other decentralized blockchain-based social medium like Steemit. Also, we encourage you to check out one of our sponsors, which is thecryptoschool.io. Thecryptoschool.io is a place where you can learn about cryptocurrencies. You can also learn how to trade them. Once again, that website is thecryptoschool, one word, .io. And with that being said, CJ, what is crack-a-lacking?
B, I am very pleased to be here this morning delivering the morning news with you. I'd also like to thank our partners and at this time pause for station identification.
Please also, folks, check out rogue420.net. And if you'd like to receive the pre-ordering for our wonderful CBD products, CJ, will you please inform the audience to our CBD products?
Yes, please visit mycbdedibles.com where you can pre-order your items now, and also visit our token site that you can purchase using your favorite cryptocurrency.
There you go. CJ, what is the top of the news now that we have to do this, so politely because, some people have been complaining that we're too animated. So we're going to be very, very polite, CJ. We're going to be very, very soft spoken.
Well, B, I think we first should talk about the DNC and their lawsuit against WikiLeaks and the
I
Trump.
love it. F it. It's me and CJ in the morning, people. We're fired up. It's Monday. Monday is not another manic Monday here at Rogue Money Mornings. It's fantastic. I'm here with my man El Cuco, who's working the airwaves. We're bringing you all the news and views and everything important to you. So keep it locked right here. See, let's talk about the Democrat shitstorm, bro. I don't know where to begin with this one, my man.
Yeah, I mean, the level of stupidity, and if they don't understand how this is going to backfire, be that now the campaign, the Trump campaign, even WikiLeaks can pretty much at this point countersue to get the information, because remember they never did provide their so-called quote unquote hacked server.
No, they never did. And the only people that saw it was CrowdStrike, which is a DNC funded deep state operation. Nobody saw it. Nobody had any access to it. And now WikiLeaks has decided to hit back. The Trump administration is going to have a wonderful time going through the discovery process of this, where they got to bring everything out. You see, the DNC is insane. The Deep State National Committee. The Deep State National Committee is insane. And I'll tell you why they're insane, Siege. They want to do this in the vaunted Southern District Court of New York. The vaunted Southern District Court. They feel that, they got a lot of pull there. Okay, that's like, Deep State Central. This is not going to work in their favor because one thing on top of another thing on top of another thing is happening. Look, I've always been on the fence with QAnon, but supposedly, Siege, there's a major bombshell that is about to be dropped this week. Let's see. I'm not holding my breath. I'm just going to put it out there that this is what's being discussed. There are some murmurings. There's some percolating ideas that are being put out there. I'm not saying what it's going to be. I have no idea. But look, Siege, are they that desperate? They know that this is going to go to discovery. They know what is happening. So what are they trying to do about pulling this? This is the ultimate sign of desperation. The ultimate sign, my man.
Yeah, the ultimate sign, and we know that the DNC is really struggling right now in terms of raising, money so needed in the midterms. So I'm thinking it's twofold. I think it serves as a purpose to try to keep the so-called energy behind the Democrats, to try to get them to turn out to say, hey, here's what we're doing. We were hacked. we didn't, get them to try to forget that they rigged a primary election. Okay. So, and that's the second purpose of service, is try to get the distraction in place, make it appear that truly that there was fraud that occurred. It wasn't a result of the DNC and them rigging the election for Hillary. But it's going to backfire big time. I'm not sure. Tracy Beans put out a video, over the weekend, and it talks about Nunes and that they finally were able to uncover the documents from the State Department. And this was pretty massive. So Nunes came out on Sunday and stated that they had put this request out several times, requesting the intelligence from the, I can't remember what it was labeled, the Five Eyes, the world, basically the all across the, the world, the intelligence agencies. They wanted proof of where was the documentation, where was the email trail that stated that there was actually collusion between the Trump administration and the Russians. And this information came back with yielding absolutely no results, meaning that this whole investigation, into Russian collusion is just a farce. There was absolutely no evidence to prove this. This gives even more ammunition at this point, for Trump to go to Sessions and say, look, we need to act. We need to do it now. Let's fire Mueller. The MSM is putting out this fake narrative that, Mueller is getting close to wrapping up his investigation. That's bullcrap.
He's getting close to wrapping up, all right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. When he gets fired, basically.
Yeah. See, you got that video queued up with the Nunes discussion, the clip from Fox News?
Yeah, I can play it real quick because I think it's important that we play it, and we're doing this as part of. That video queued up. Oh, hang on, I got this show going in the background too. There we go. Primarily because I think it's important to hear exactly what he says, and then make sure to share this. We need to make sure that this gets out there, this information, because this is huge. It's loading right now, V.
President Trump taking Jim Comey to task over newly released memos the former FBI director kept to document his conversations with the president. The Justice Department's Inspector General is now investigating if Comey mishandled classified information by giving some of those documents to a friend who then shared them with a reporter. The president calling that move illegal and saying it raises questions about the Mueller-Russia investigation. Meanwhile, 3 GOP committee chairmen out with a scathing statement on the Comey memos, accusing him of political bias in his interactions with the Obama-era officials versus President Trump. I'm joined right now by one of those lawmakers, House Intelligence Committee Chairman Devin Nunes is live this morning at the World Ag Expo in California, and Congressman Nunes is also a member of the House Ways and Means Committee. Congressman, it's good to see you this morning. Thanks so much for joining us.
Always a pleasure. Thank you.
I want to get to that memo, the letter that you have written after the Jim Comey memos were out. But first, let me start here. Let's pick up where we left off the last time we spoke, Mr. Chairman. You joined us 4 weeks ago on this program. At that time, you said you wanted to get the electronic communication from the Department of Justice and the FBI. You wanted that electronic communications to understand exactly how the Trump investigation into collusion even began. You've now since seen the electronic communication, yes?
That's correct. So it took us a long time to actually get this, what's called the electronic communication. As we know now for your viewers, what that is it's the original intelligence, the original reasons that the counterintelligence investigation was started. Now, this is really important to us because a counterintelligence investigation uses the tools of our intelligence services that are not supposed to be used on American citizens. So we've long wanted to know, well, what intelligence did you have that actually led to this investigation? So what we found now, after the investigators have reviewed it, is that, in fact, there was no intelligence. So we have a traditional partnership with what's called the Five Eyes Agreement. Five Eyes Agreement involves our friends in Australia, New Zealand, the United Kingdom, Canada, and of course us. So long time process and procedures in place where we move intelligence across. We are not supposed to spy on each other's citizens, and it's worked well. And it continues to work well. And we know it's working well because there was no intelligence that passed from Five Eyes through the Five Eyes channels to our government. And that's why we had to see that original communication. So now we're trying to figure out, as you know, we are investigating the State Department. We think there's some major irregularities at the State Department, and we're trying to figure out how it is that this information about Mr. Papadopoulos, of all people, who was supposedly meeting with some folks in London, how that made it over across into the FBI's hands. We know a little bit about that because of what some of the State Department officials themselves have said about that. So we were glad to get this behind us. But now, of course, as we peel another piece back, it leaves more unanswered questions, which we're trying to get to the bottom of.
Mr. Chairman, you've got to explain what you just said. I think this is extraordinary, that you're telling us that in order for the FBI, the Department of Justice, to launch an investigation into so-called collusion between President Trump and the Russians, there was no official intelligence used. Then how did this investigation start? I don't understand, sir. Please explain.
Well, I think that is the point. We don't understand. We've never understood because, we have access to these finished intelligence products, and we've never seen one. So we thought, well, maybe there was one that went through a different channel that was kept really quiet, that was secret, that was kept from the Congress and other folks. Well, in fact, after our investigators reviewed this, that is not what happened. There was no Five Eyes intelligence product as it's been reported. There was no product, and I think that's a major problem because we have to have trust with our partners, with our allies. We have to make sure that our agencies talk and they work out problems. We have to make sure that they don't spy on either American citizens or that we're not spying on British citizens. These are all things that have been around for decades. So, and this is even more critical. Let's just at the highest level, what is this? What is this about? This was about a counterintelligence investigation that was at the height of a political campaign, where you opened up an investigation using these intelligence services to spy on the other campaign. It's really serious stuff.
It's quite extraordinary. So you're investigating.
So you have it right there, V.
Yep. There you go. There you go. There's nothing. Look, there is, when intel like this, something as massive as an election fraud, something as massive as intelligence collusion by a foreign entity in another entity's political process, there's going to be corroboration of data. There's going to be sharing of data. There's, the FBI, the CIA, these guys supposedly will be checking international sources if the perpetrator is overseas. You'd want to approach the other intelligence agencies and say, hey, you know what? We got evidence of this. Do you guys have any corroborating data? Did you see anything fishy? Did you have any sort of information? Did you guys know anything that's out of sorts? The fact that this was never done shows you that a corrupt political establishment used the intelligence arm of its own doing, right? It used its own intelligence arm, or used an intelligence service of a country to basically undermine a political rival. Folks, this is the kind of stuff that happened in Stalinist Russia. This was the kind of stuff that happened under Hitler and Mussolini and Pot and Mao and Castro. That shows you. This just sends shivers down your spine, because this shows you that these statist sycophants are no better. This is a massive, massive, massive exposure onto who and what these people are. Massive. This is enough of an exposure for us to be up in arms about it, demanding right now arrests be made. These people are dead to rights, CJ. Dead to rights, brother.
Yeah, and the thing that I need to reiterate here, V, is that let's put all political parties aside. Let's put that all aside. Let's put whoever that this occurred. People need to understand the attack against our freedom, against our democracy, against the rights of elections of every American, regardless of political affiliation. I would be just as mad if this occurred to Bernie or another political candidate. I would be out there saying this is completely wrong. I don't care who the candidate is. So we need to understand that this attack, what occurred, this threat, this wrongdoing, this criminal activity was a threat against all of us, regardless of any type of political affiliation.
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt. I mean, all of this needs to come out. All of this should come out. And I think it is moving in that direction. I think there's going to be some things that are going to be revealed. I want it to happen. Now, if this month goes by, and this month is almost over, and nothing happens, and as months go by and nothing happens, look, folks, I've said it forever. 2018 midterm elections is a big, big deal. It's a big, big move. If nothing happens with the 2018 midterm elections, then we got some serious problems. See.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, take a look, geopolitically, everything that's occurring right now around the globe, and the constant attacks, the soft blows that keep occurring to the dollar. And this is what's being ramped up right now. So now, we have Erdogan who's coming across and saying, I think I brought up the wrong article, saying, you know what? Why are we doing loans in the US dollar still, V? I want my gold back.
Yeah. I mean,
these are the things. Go ahead.
There's a pattern here. Germany, years ago, back in 2012, requested their gold back. They finally got all of it from the New York Fed. Now Turkey's doing the same. Folks, there's been some brilliant minds who's been talking about a German, Turkish, Eurasian, Russia, Chinese swing in the world order, so to speak. We're seeing that. I've detailed it before. Many others have done the same thing. We're seeing the Mad Sultan. Okay, the Mad Sultan is being pushed eastward. You're going to sanction the guy for having purchased S-400s. Well, okay, fine. He's not going to use the dollar. He's going to tilt eastward. So these are the types of things that are happening globally, folks, that should have us really questioning what's going on. Because while we're dealing with all the drama that's going on domestically, internationally is a major, major swing. In other words, in the land of adults, folks, deals are being made. Major, major economic deals are being done. And that is a huge, huge, huge thing. But anyway, Siege, let's talk about something funny. I'm going to have to cue the music here. Give me 1 second.
Okay, go for it. All right. I'll go ahead and get the article.
1 second.
Yep.
What is happening with my YouTube? Okay, hold on. Here we go. Ba, 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 ba. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna put this on. Cue the music, CJ. Cue the music. Here we go. Folks, when this music comes on, we're really talking about one man and one man alone. That is none other than Venezuela's own Nicolas the Sweetness, the bus driver Maduro. Nicolas the Sweetness, the bus driver Maduro. Folks, Venezuela is going down the tubes. Okay? On Friday, Turkey revealed its latest unorthodox financial surprise when the local newspapers reported that Ankara will repatriate all of its gold held at the New York Fed. The stated attempt, and this is from our guys over at Zero Hedge, is that the loan should be made in gold. Interesting. You see how the world is shifting towards a gold standard, right? Everything's starting to shift. China is going to a gold trade settlement. Turkey's going for gold-backed loans. And then meanwhile, while all this is happening, folks, okay, Venezuelan gold reserves are plummeting. We knew years ago, in fact, I reported on the fact that Nicholas the Sweetness, the bus driver Maduro, was selling off his gold to none other than the Bank of England from whence it came. This is Hugo Chavez when he got it out years ago. Nicholas Maduro, Nicholas the Sweetness, the bus driver Maduro, put it right back in the hands of the banksters, of the Rothschild banksters. They're literally, I don't even know how much gold is left right now in Venezuela. I mean, they're down to ounces, folks. But it's okay. It's okay, CJ. Do you know why, CJ? You know why it's okay?
Go ahead, V. I think I know, but go ahead.
They have the petro. And you know what the petro is? The petro is more precious than gold. A petro is, if you don't know, folks, Nicholas the Sweetness, the bus driver Maduro, who is a genius. Not only is he experienced as Saddam Hussein's body double, but Nicholas the Sweetness, the bus driver Maduro, has his own cryptocurrency that no one is buying. No one's buying it. Venezuela's going down in flames. Nicholas the Sweetness, the bus driver Maduro, unveils the petro. It is a crap storm, and Venezuelans are still, what are they doing? What are they doing? They're fleeing to Colombia. They're fleeing to Colombia. They're fleeing anywhere they can so they can eat, folks. I mean, they're literally done eating cats and dogs at this point. I mean, see, we saw the video of them attacking a cow in the field. It looked like something from The Walking Dead.
It did. It did. Yeah, the zoo animals are all. It really is. I mean, when you think of it, I mean, what does it have? And again, he's confiscated all the weapons. So the citizens can't rise against his tyranny. I mean, what's left for this guy? The crypto was a complete failure. I think his own political parties ruled that it was illegal for him to do it.
Yep. Exactly.
But I guarantee you that Maduro has his offshore accounts. I guarantee he's probably fully loaded and ready to depart somewhere at some point.
Maduro's a billionaire. I think his valuation is anywhere between $13 to $14 billion. This guy, it's insanity, man. It's insanity.
Well, I'll tell you what else is insanity. And I had to do a double take when I read it, V, and that's the attempt to just pouring on more credit onto this system. And now they're even getting more creative, V, with these new 84-month loans for trucks.
I like how these idiots at Autoblog. At Autoblog, I go there just to see like new car models and things that are coming out. But in terms of their actual, there's such a left-leaning bunch of panty waists that are owned by AOL who are writing these stupid articles. And the way the idiots over at Autoblog says, cars and trucks are getting so much more. These are the soy boys over at Autoblog. The soy boys are saying cars and trucks are getting more expensive, so we want people to be able to afford them. No, cars and trucks are not getting more expensive. It's just that economically, the middle class has been decimated. Economically speaking, the average age of a car that's on the American road is about 11 years, economically speaking. Okay, so the guys over at Autoblog are, they're reporting on the fact that right now, it's, Jeep, FCA's financial arm, Fiat Chrysler of America, right? Automotive Group, whatever the heck it is, Jeep, Chrysler, Fiat. What they're doing is they're coming out with 73-month loans. Okay, 73-month loans. And right now, folks, I can honestly tell you, there are banks out there that are offering 84-month loans. And get ready for this one, Siege. I saw one out there for 96 months.
No.
Yep.
No. Wow.
96-month loans. I've seen it. I could not believe what I was seeing. Why? These aren't prime auto loans. These are subprime auto loans. These are auto loans for those who shouldn't be buying a brand new. Look, if you're buying a brand new car, you're doing something crazy. You don't buy a brand new car. Buy used. Wait a year. Let the first moron get that 40% initial hit. What are they also doing this siege? It's also showing you that the leasing, auto leasing,
oh, yeah, exactly.
Which fueled the industry, siege. It fueled the industry, right? So they can.
It did.
It helped underwrite the fictitious economic numbers. Auto sales and home ownership go hand in hand. It goes hand in hand. You can track them together. Okay? And what's happening is the leases, nobody's leasing anymore. They can't afford to. So you have a glut of massive amounts of off-lease vehicles that are not moving, that are sitting on dealer lots, and that's why we've seen a lot expansion. You drive around your local car dealership, they're expanding their sales lots. Nothing's moving. So what are they going to do? You have a glut of off-lease returns. You have a decimated middle class. You got nobody being able to move the sales. GM, see, remember this? We reported this about a week or two ago. GM changed their reporting, their monthly sales reporting. They're not going to report their sales every month. They're not going to do it. They stopped doing it. They're just going to do it quarterly. Yeah. They're just going to do it quarterly because that's how bad things are getting. And now you have, in order to get the inventory moving again, 84-month loans are coming out. 84-month loans. It's unbelievable.
You know, V, I have several friends, former military, that ended up, they tried to get into the job market. They couldn't. They decided to become truck drivers, and some are local. Now, if you're going out and buying a rig, like a semi, something that you're going to be driving as far as making your income. I mean, yeah, I get that, but you're talking about a pickup truck that probably is going to depreciate. I mean, how many miles per year does the average driver? Is it about 28.5 still, 28,500 a year?
Something like that.
Has gone up? Is it higher? Anyway, whatever it is. But think of how many of these loans are going to be underwater. Think of how many of these loans that when they go in, how much negative that when they go in to trade in these vehicles after 3 or 4 years, how underwater they're going to be on these autos that they're purchasing with these loans. And V, I'm hearing a lot of rumblings out there also in the subprime auto loan space that several of those lenders are like really struggling right now. I mean, they're doing everything they can to try to get creative on paper that they look like their loans are up to date. So the credit market, you're starting to see some tightening, and they're going to have to get creative, but more than likely it's going to backfire, V.
Yep, absolutely correct, my man. And this is, again, a telltale sign of what's really, really, really going on. It's unreal, my man. It's unreal.
Yeah, it's definitely something to keep your eyes on in terms of, the economy, just because the media just continues to pump out. That I was watching a report earlier today that, small business startups. And again, I said that last week that I think that, small business, startups. I mean, Walmart has pretty much consumed about every small business it could in the communities that they operate, right? I don't think, if you look around. So yeah. I think that that's going to come back around where we'll see those startups where people will start to turn away from some of those companies that say, hey, you know what? I maybe necessarily I don't want to shop on Amazon online anymore because they just put a patent on technology to be able to track crypto users based upon like where they ship from and how they pay. And they're going to be reporting that. So why would I want to go to Amazon and use cryptocurrency to pay for something? I mean, go to mycbdedibles.com instead. Use your crypto there. Exactly. Shameless plug. Go ahead, V.
No, exactly. I mean, it's a better, higher quality product without a doubt. Without a doubt. Siege, not since FDR has this nonsense happened. Go ahead, brother. Break this down for us, man.
Yeah. So later on this evening, the Mike Pompeo is going to be set for his confirmation vote, and this will be the first time since FDR. Why did it bring up the same article, B?
Oh,
hang on a second. Let me get it up real quick. Hang on. This is my only screen that's functional right now. The other ones are. There we go. So the Senate panel is set to vote on confirming Mike Pompeo, and apparently they have the votes that he will not pass that particular confirmation. So what is going to happen? This will be the first time that now the full Senate will actually be confirming Mike Pompeo, where it looks like the numbers there are set to pass. But this says a lot, V, in terms of the confidence that people like Rand Paul have in Pompeo. And we reported that the last week regarding this. So again, I mean, first time since FDR that a sitting someone be fully confirmed by the full Senate and not winning a committee. So we'll see what happens. But this is scheduled for a vote later on today.
Yep, absolutely. With that being said, brother, we are at the end of the program. We don't have London Paul today. It's his birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday, London Paul, and enjoy your day off.
Absolutely. So at 1:00, we're gonna have the Rogue Coin Show. We're gonna have the crypto guys on. So stay tuned for that. People are killing it, man. People are killing it, folks. We're working on an amazing platform that's gonna allow you to liquidate your cryptocurrency. I don't care what coin you got. You got Bitcoin, you got Litecoin, you got whatever, banana coin, you got dog crap coin, whatever the heck it is. You'll be able to trade it. You'll be able to make your earnings, and you'll be able to liquidate it on the back end. Thanks to us, we're setting up a platform. We're going to hopefully unveil it this friggin' week, where you'll be able to liquidate your cryptos and keep full anonymity. And we do it bisecting. Okay, we do it bisecting every single taxing authority on planet Earth with no taxes whatsoever. Full liquidation in up to 24 different currencies that you'll have access to wired into the bank account of your choice. Okay, so if you have the right kind of corporate structure set up, you're not going to have any sort of immediate tax, whatever. It's entirely up to you. I mean, there's so many ways around this. It's exciting to say the least. I don't want to give too much away, but it is a game-changing platform. And when we describe to you folks how it works, you're going to be blown away, because not only are you able to liquidate into 24 different currencies, but you're also able to store in metals offshore and in a segregated, allocated account that's fully insured and bonded. Win, win, win. And yours truly was the mastermind behind that whole entire thing. Awesome. I solved the biggest problem with cryptos, bro.
Awesome.
Took me a week to do it. Took me a week to do it. I did it in about a week, and I'm like, yeah, give me something hard to do.
Nice.
And with that being said, folks, we're over and out. Take it away, CJ.